A bit lacking on some of you guys' tests was the quality of working out, how you laid out your work. Some people kind of just wrote all their workings up here or over it or something like that. What we want to get used to, and the reason why we split the book the way we do, is that you work down underneath each question to form an answer at the end, yeah? Okay, so let's look at this first question. The whole point of this is order of operations. There is an order we must do maths in, which makes the most sense, and we went through that in an earlier video. Anytime we see brackets, we do it first. Exponents, there was none in this because we haven't really done them too much, so we would do it second if there was exponents. Remember, exponents are like squared or cubed or something like that. And then division and multiplication come joint third, whichever comes first reading the problem. You good? Thank you. And then last place or fourth comes any addition or subtraction. So we look at these problems. This one, there's no brackets, there's no exponents, but there is a multiplication, so I must do it first. That's the whole point of this operation. So doing 18 take away 3 first, just because it's there first, is incorrect. We must do, because this is a grouping, this is 3 4s, its value is 12. It's not 15 times 4. So just don't make that mistake of doing the first thing you see, which a few of you did, the first thing you see. Okay, so we've simplified it a little bit. We're going to simplify it fully. To simplify something fully, you must do all the operations until you're left with no operations to do and nothing you can do with it. In other words, you get an answer. So my next thing, I have a subtraction and an addition. So that's joint fourth, which means I do whichever comes first, left to right. 18 take away 12 is 6. And then afterwards, I'll add the 5 to give 11. So the first answer was 11. The second answer, notice the way I go to under the second answer to write your methods down. I kind of left you with a lot of space just to see what you would do with it. Some people did really good job putting a line between each question, a bit like I'm doing, making sure your answer is clear. And some people, not so much. So let's learn from that to follow a kind of system where you put the working out underneath the question. So is there brackets? Yes, there is brackets. So I'm going to definitely do it first. Divided by 10 minus 4 is 6. So I did the brackets first. And then I look, right, is there any division and multiplication? Yes, I must do the division next. So this 12 doesn't get dealt with. I never add the 12 to the 18 because I have to do all these other operations first. 18 divided by 6 is 3. And then I finally add the 12 to something. 12 plus 3 is 15. I do not change the order. I do not put 12 at the end or something like that. I keep the order the same. You don't get to choose the order. The question has chosen the order for you. So you stick to it. Don't swap the numbers around the way you want them. This one, no brackets. There is a division and a multiplication. I'll do the division first. I do not do 120 take away 80 first, like a lot of us did, because I got to deal with division first. There's a value for this and a value for this. 80 divided by 8. It's not 40 divided by 8. It's 80 divided by 8, which gives 10. And 6 multiplied by 10, which gives 60. Okay, so now I've done these two. And now I think, all right, now I can do both subtractions, because they're both subtractions, so I do the first one, which is this one first. 120 take away 10 is 110. And then I'm going to take away the 60. You could do this all at once if you really wanted to. But to save mistakes, I did it step by step to give 50. Next one. I've got two brackets, so I kind of do them both at the same time. They're joint first. So this bracket gives 14, and this bracket gives 2. And then I multiply this answer. Now, a lot of us made mistakes on simple operations like multiplying, adding. If you're making mistakes in the multiplying, you need to practice your times tables. You can do that times tables challenge that I sent you earlier on. Just keep practicing that over and over again. You should be able to get under 1 minute for division and multiplication. You should be able to get one for 20 questions. Anyway, what's 2 14s? Well, 14 plus 14 is 28. Yeah. Next one. All right, we have a bracket within a bracket. So I do the innermost bracket first. 4 plus 10 gives 14. And then I would rewrite it out again. 16 minus 14 is my next thing. That's also in brackets, so that comes next. So I do 2 And then 33 just take away 2 is 31. And that's it. So I did all the brackets on the right first before the 33. And then I swap over the sides of my page and I do the other side of the page, which was a bit better answered. I think the first side of the page was worse answered, or answered not quite as good. Let's look at these questions. So this time I laid them out so they're in a row like this. But I'm going to say, I take control. I'm going to do question 3A like this, and then B, I'm going to put it to the right. So there was plenty of space to do this if you wanted, and C, I'm putting over here. Most people did really well in this question, so I'll go through it quite fast. Do not add 6 and 4 first. I've got to do multiplying before any addition, so that's 6 plus 12, which gives 18. This second one, do the brackets first, which would be 10. 10 times 5 gives 50. And this third one, do this bracket first. 18 divided by 6 times 4. Do this next, because division and multiplication come joint third, so I do whichever one comes first. This one comes first, so 3. And then 3 times 4 gives 12. Okay? And then I do the last question, which probably was the trickiest one. A lot of us did quite well in question 4. Let's look at those questions. We've first one, 6 plus 15 minus 7, is it? Multiply by 8. I'll do this one first. Okay, brackets first again. This one comes first, so that's 8. I do not do this. I do this first. Multiplication always comes before any addition, subtraction, if there's no brackets. 6 plus 64. And then I add these together to give 70. Okay, so a lot of people were making these operation errors, so just adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing errors. I think you had time to go over your test if you wanted to, and double check your answers. Maybe that would be a good idea if you ever have extra time at the end of an exam again. Double check your answers. So let's look at part B here. 20 minus 4 times 3. That was in brackets, wasn't it? And then plus 5 multiplied by 12 minus 6. Okay, so this was this one. 2 brackets to deal with here. Okay, inside this bracket, I got to do this first because multiplication comes before any subtraction. So I got 20 take away 12, which I think gives me 8. So the answer to this entire bracket is 8. Plus 5 multiplied by 12 minus 6. So I'm going to put it down here, which is 6. My next step then is to do multiplication before the addition. I do not add 8 plus 5. I do this first. So that's 8 plus whatever this answer is, 30, which gives me 38 as my final answer. Do notice the way I put a box around my answers just to make it super clear. Or you can highlight it or underline or a circle, yeah. I'd rather see it like this than you put the answer beside the question up here. Just write equals 18 really small or something like that. That's not great. It doesn't read very clearly. A lot of you lost out marks on attempt marks. So you get an attempt mark if you made a step in the right direction of a question. For instance, in this question, if you wrote this much down, that would be a correct step. You did this first, so you get the attempt mark. Whereas if you do 6 plus 4 first, you don't get an attempt mark. You definitely don't get an attempt mark if you don't write anything down. Just try the answer. You just get it wrong and you'll lose a mark. For this test, there was an attempt. Every question was worth 2 marks, and one of those marks was for an attempt, if you got it wrong. If you just got it correct, you got both marks. Okay, let's do this last question. 100 minus 18 in brackets plus 6 times 3 plus 20. Okay, so this is part C. Working inside the brackets, this one comes first, doesn't it, I think? So I get 100 minus 18 plus, that's also 18 plus 20, isn't it? 18 plus 18 plus 20 would come next. 18 plus 18 is 36, plus 20 is 56, and then subtraction away from 100, I think we get 44. Okay, and that is it. So if you do have any questions,